What's going on, Cancer? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the week of June 19th to the 25th, 2023. So in this reading, Cancer, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding June 19th to the 25th, 2023. Now, before we begin this reading, as always, Cancer, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. And I really do appreciate you, Cancer, in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Cancer, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this reading. I'll pull the energy for you and see what wants to come through. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Cancer. See what we got here for you, Cancer. Let me lay out these cards and see what's cracking. Okay, very interesting, a very good energy here. I do feel like a lot of you are going to have a great week, especially in terms of a new love development. If you're single, Cancer out here, there's a fun new love coming into your life this week, but there's also a lot more going on. So before we get into the tarot, let's start this reading off for you with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. What frequency do you need more of, Cancer? What frequency do you need to embody this week for your own highest good? And the first energy you need more of is dormant aspects. And this card has been coming out for everybody recently. And this card is, the universe is letting you know, Cancer, that there's something deep within you that is underrepresented or underexpressed or underdeveloped, that is left in an arrested state of development. There's an interesting aspect with this dormant aspect. It's not so much anything that you need to bring out into the world. And when we talk about a dormant aspect, we mean a character trait, a preference, something that's true to you. What I'm getting from this, Cancer, though, intuitively, is for most of you, this is not something you need to show to the external world, but it is something that you're meant to show to potentially your lover, your partner for most of you, or this could be a close friend that you can find. And so maybe it's like your weak point, maybe if you always try to be strong, like, just talking to someone, or it's called airing your dirty laundry. For some of you, Cancer, what I'm getting very strongly is there's some sort of, for some of you, this is a traumatic event that you went through when you were younger, but it's so dark that you always kept it to yourself. There's some sort of dark memory that you need to express it to heal it to a close friend. I've done this back in the day where there was always things I kept under wraps, but then I had a close friend. All I did was explain the story of what happened, and you'd be surprised how free you can get, because Cancer, you like to hold things in, and your memories are very vivid. Even if you don't remember it, it's in your body. So I'm also getting a visual of when you were younger, there was something that you were doing when your mother or your father or someone walked into your bedroom and shamed you for it. For some of you, this dormant aspect has shame, and it's something weird, true to you, that you don't have to let the world know about, but it is something that you could bring into your next relationship or into your current relationship with love. So this even could be something sexual that you prefer, but then you are cut off from it currently, okay? So just be aware of that. Now, what frequency do you need more of? You have loss, loss here, Cancer. So there is something you're letting go of, a loss. I'm getting this is a relationship that you're letting go of this week, the final chapter of it, or just cutting some energetic cords. But the main message of this card, Cancer, for you for the 19th to the 25th is actually about preservation. All right, so this is about preserving something. The universe is calling you to preserve something that is deteriorating. There's something around you that is deteriorating. Now, the clearest example of this could be a bigger picture of the earth. The environment, the rainforests are all being cut, destroyed. So there could be some sort of environmental work for some of you, if that's what you feel called to do. But this could even be within your own family, a tradition that you need to preserve, something that something is deteriorating. If you're in a marriage, this could be a relationship with your children or your family, your partner. Make sure you preserve it. Don't let it go lost. This also is about uncovering something. And because Cancer is obsessed with, or generally you're into things like anthropology, roots, this could be about your own family history. Give you a personal example. Something I'm doing is a lot of deep family research about my own lineage, because my mother's maiden name is Fury, and Fury is basically like Scottish gypsies essentially. And my mother's father, John Fury, my grandfather that I never met, he died when my mom was 2 years old, and he was really into the occult and a very mysterious history about my family, about my bloodline that I'm currently uncovering. You could be doing something similar, preserving what was lost as well. People want to tell you about, something and it's not the truth. People want to tell you, oh, the earth is fine, really it's being destroyed, or, oh, your family was this way when it was this way. Something. Uncover a mystery, but preserve it. And you also have bliss. What frequency do you need more of? Bliss here, Cancer. So, this is just really follow your bliss. The universe won't lead you astray if you do what feels good this week. So make sure you just you follow your bliss. That's what's coming through. Now, let's go ahead and let's get into the tarot for you. Your opportunity this week, Cancer, is the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands has to do with unfinished business. So there's some sort of unfinished business that you're going to be attending to. At least that's your opportunity. For a lot of you, this has to do with your own wounding. Okay, somehow you were wounded within a relationship, and for most of you, this actually has to do with closing out a cycle with someone who you have a big connection with. For a lot of you, if you recently went through a breakup, this opportunity could be deciding what you want to do with it, whether or not you want to open it back up or let it go, but there's some sort of wounding that you need to address here. And for most of you, I do feel like there's someone around you who is wounded by you, and then in turn it's wounding you. I don't know. We're going to have to clarify that, but your opportunity is this week, Cancer, is to deal with something that's bothering you, that's unfinished. It's not closed out yet. And I really do feel that for most of you listening to this, Cancer, there's a new love opportunity coming in this week. It's, for some of you, you're already talking to this person, it's already here, but there's just some sort of cord that needs to be cut from the past so that you can make room for the new. I know that sounds cliche, but in doing almost basically 1,000 private readings for clients for tarot, the number one thing people can't do is clear space, and people don't understand it. So your challenge is the Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like something is moving slowly for you this week that's bothering you. This can be, for most of you, this Knight of Pentacles is coming through as this new relationship that's opening up for you. There could be an earth sign that you're connecting to, Cancer, in their big three. Their big three, sun, moon, or rising sign could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo it's coming through as. And with this Knight of Pentacles and your challenge, someone could be focused on their work. You also, for some of you, could not be making the progress that you deem standard in your work. There could be a slow-moving energy here. But for many of you, there's something moving slowly within a new love development. So someone is not taking it as fast as you want, or vice versa. You could be holding something back, but something about that, something's not moving as fast as you want this week. But maybe I actually do think that's for a deeper reason. So with that being said, in your overall general energy, Cancer, it is really good. fun. You have the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, and also the Ace of Swords. So there's a fun new, I see you dating someone new this week, or someone new is really interested in you in love. If you're not interested in anyone, that someone is really interested in you. This could be a youthful energy. You know, the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups is youthful. And so for most of you out there, there could be someone, even if they're 80 years old, they could embody traits of a younger person. They're going to seem young or like fresh, something about freshness with this person. And you have the Ace of Swords. I do think there's a lot of clarity that you and this person, whoever this new person is, has a lot of potential. The Sword of Truth, the Ace of Swords is coming out. So we're going to have to clarify this, but I do feel like almost someone is going to open your heart here, or someone's going to, it's just like you're going to feel young again. Like whoever's coming into your life in a dating sense, for those single people out there, Cancer, there's something about you re-experiencing joy. Okay, but there is some sort of immaturity here that may have to be dealt with. We're going to have to see in a moment. When it comes to what you don't see coming, you have the Two of Pentacles, the Empress, and also the Ten of Pentacles here. So there is something long-term stable coming in for you here, Cancer. For some of you, what I'm getting is this. For some of you with the Knight of Pentacles in your challenge, is right now you're in the process of making improvements or changing your career or changing the way that you make money this week. And for a lot of you, there could be some sort of dormant aspect that is hurting your ability to make money. I know that sounds weird for you with this Nine of Wands. We're going to switch back to the love reading in a second. But with this energy being here and what you don't see coming, some of you could be working 2 jobs this week, or you could be transitioning, right? You could be working on, literally showing up to a 9-to-5 job, but then visualizing your future and knowing it's all going to work out for you in the end. Whatever plan that you have when it comes to money, I do feel if it's a long-term plan, it will work out for you. But there's going to be some hoops that you need to jump through when it comes to this week, and then you'll get to the treasure. Now, when it comes to love, though, I do feel that you have such a potential with someone. The Ten of Pentacles is about your legacy. It's about a happily ever after type thing, a monopoly. The Empress is obviously the Queen, and it also indicates, a lot of fertility at this time. There could be an opening up of potential to start a family with a lot of money involved in it. Ten of Pentacles, Empress, that's a rich frequency. But then you have the Two of Pentacles here. So I do feel for some of you, there's, whoever you're talking to, this new person, there's a lot of potential, but you could be unsure, or they could be unsure. The Two of Pentacles here is like all this promise, but then there's something wrapped up to it that makes it uncertain. So for most of you, I do feel like it's an interesting one, but whoever this person is coming in for you for love. They could really build something long-term with you. They could. Now, when it comes to your advice, though, it's interesting advice. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and you also have the Seven of Cups. When it comes to your advice here, Cancer, so there is something about money that could be blocking love. Whoever this new person coming in for you, Cancer, there could be something about the work that you do is what's separating you, or something to do with that. Now, here's the thing. There's something you need to let go of. Once again, I keep telling you, a lot of you, about, there's someone, I told you like a few months ago, we're never going to have to do a reading again about this person. But I do feel like there's some sort of cord that you're finally cutting with an individual that's no longer good for you. And there's a new opportunity in love. The Ace of Pentacles, there's a new physical beginning coming in for you. It is surrounded by mystery for some reason, though. And once again, with the Knight of Pentacles being in your challenge, someone could be slow to commit to you, or vice versa. But if this has to do with career, Cancer, if this has to do with career and you're struggling in your career, I do feel like the universe is saying do something new. There is an element here. If you've been trying to do something for a very long time, maybe it's just a way of doing things and you haven't made money on it yet, you may want to switch it up. Now, we can hear, and I know, so you have to take this with a grain of salt, because I think generally it takes like 10 years to build like a solid brand, or it takes time to build anything great. But if you've been banging your head against the wall, Cancer, with some sort of career and it's just gotten you nowhere, and it's just, what is truly meant for you is not coerced, forced. There will be challenges, but you should overcome them quite easily. If you're on a path, for some of you here, it's like you have pride, you don't want to give up on a certain career, but it would honestly be more better for you to switch it. I'm going to be honest. But for those of you dealing with love, there's just some sort of mysterious development, really. But once again, it's there, though. So that being said, let's go ahead and clarify this reading for you and see what's going on. So, why is the Nine of Wands here, Cancer, in your opportunity this week? Now, if you're a married Cancer, there's something coming through before we do this. If you're a married Cancer here, there's something about your obsession with money is destroying the marriage. If you're Cancer, or if you're in a long-term commitment and you're a Cancer, whether this is you or whether this is your partner, someone's too obsessed with goals. And someone could be, what I'm getting very strongly for this Cancer, someone is saying, I need to go out and pursue this goal so that I can preserve the family, so that we can be rich forever. But someone's taking it too far. If you're in a commitment, for a lot of you ladies out there, this is going to be a man that you're married to or a man that you've been dating for a long time. There's something about someone is hurting the relationship more than helping it by being obsessed with some sort of long-term vision that's actually ruining, what it's all about. Like, before we get into the clarification, especially for the single people, I know you're waiting here, but for the committed people, there's something here about you have to remind your partner, or you have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. There's something about someone's too obsessed with money, or too obsessed with the external, and the internal, the emotions of your family is suffering because of it, and you need to remind yourself why you started in the first place. Classic example, like sometimes I get too wrapped up in my tarot career, and then I ignore people who love me and who have helped me get to the place that I'm at, and that's not what it's about. So readjustment there. But when it comes, Cancer, to your opportunity, that definitely applies for the committed people. But for the single people, your opportunity is the Empress, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. For those committed people, there is so much potential with you and someone to create something long-term. It's not even funny, but that's why the resistance is there. The Empress is here because this is about abundance, fertility, just absolute, I'm getting commitment in love. But the Seven of Wands is here and the Seven of Pentacles is here as well in your opportunity. So what I'm getting from this is before you can invest in the new person, there's some sort of, once again, the card we're clarifying is this: wounding, unfinished business. There's something that you need to put up a boundary to before this new person can feel comfortable to come in. There could be something about someone being distant from you because of an energy they sense or something. But honestly, whoever this new person is for you, if you're single, it might take a little bit of time, but it is there's no one is choosing. There's something about it's almost perfect, but it's too perfect. Something, I don't know. Let's see what the Knight of Pentacles is here in your challenge. The Knight of Pentacles also has to do with slow-moving energy. So some of you feel like it's taking you a while to disconnect from someone in your past. And that's okay. It's a challenge for a reason. It shows that you care. It shows that you care, Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Even if it's someone who wronged you, you still care about them because you're not a sociopath, etc. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here in your challenge? All right. The Knight of Pentacles in your challenge is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Cups. Cancer, yeah, this is okay. So remember, in your overall general energy, you have the Page of Cups here with the Ace of Swords. Now you have the Page of Cups with the Ace of Cups in your challenge with the Hierophant. Someone here, it's taking too long for you to develop an emotional connection with this new person, and it's hurting you. Some of you, this new person, you're already with them physically. For most of you, it's someone you're just talking to or you're waiting to meet up or something. And your challenge is there could be a little bit of, immaturity or something preventing a commitment from happening. At the same time, though, because the Knight of Pentacles, slow moving energy, taking your time is your challenge, whoever this person is very dedicated to you. They don't see themselves with anyone else but you. Whoever this new person is could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could be a water sign for some of you, could be an earth sign for some of you. I'm not really getting whichever one I didn't mention, but it could still be. But with this energy being in your challenge, Cancer, someone could be taking too long to, or there's just something very big happening here between you and someone, but it's almost going unspoken, and you could be very attuned to it. Let's clarify the Page of Cups here in your overall general energy, since it came out in your challenge. I like this love development that's happening for you, but there's something about it that could be rubbing you the wrong way this week for some reason. See why the Page of Cups is here. And it's not anything bad. It's like, why isn't it going faster? Or why is this person being like this way towards me? Okay, that's what I'm sensing. Hold on. Why is the Page of Cups here in your overall general energy? Yeah, some sort of upgrade coming to you. Okay, yeah, so the Page of Cups in your overall general energy, someone who's coming towards you is also still healing something from the past. Whoever's coming towards you in love this week, they are also in the process of healing a hurt heart. 3 of Swords to the 4 of Swords. Whoever this person, they could be slowly coming towards you because they need time to heal themselves. The Page of Cups, the first card that came out is the World. This is an upgraded relationship. This is something that there's going to be a lot of wealth involved. This person could be wealthy, or there's just some sort of sense of upgrade to it. You also have the Hanged Man in reverse, though. So there is a bit of stubbornness being attached to the past here, whether this is you or someone else. For most of you, it's actually like both of you are going through similar themes is what I'm getting this week. So this person wants to be with you as well. There could just be fear here, fear of being hurt. The 3 of Swords, because there's so much potential. Once again, in your opportunity, you have the Empress. In what you don't see coming, you have the Empress. Right next to that's the 10 of Pentacles. Sometimes it's easy to behave more quick when you think there's not a lot of potential, right? When you're, I'm just going to date this person and that's it. Whoever this new love is, no, it's like someone's coming in to stay. And even if they don't stay in your life forever, it will be like one of those things where it's like, okay, this is a relationship for me. Like, this happened. I'll never forget it. Something very memorable coming into your life that you'll create new memories with. But because of all of that juice, that's why it's moving slowly. There's a lot of fear on both parties. I'm getting for you and this new person. So just, I would say, try to be, I don't know. So let's keep going though. Why is the Empress here as the centerpiece to this reading, Cancer? Why is this? Okay. Well, the first message is coming through about the past thing. The Empress is clarified by the 10 of Wands here. You could be letting go of a marriage, or you could be letting go of someone that you thought was going to have children with you. You thought you were going to start a family with this person, and now you're letting go of that thought. All right, but why is the Empress here? So that's for those of you that need to let go still. And it's still coming out. The 9 of Wands is your opportunity. The Empress, interestingly enough, the 9 of Wands in your opportunity was clarified by the Empress. Now the Empress and what you don't see coming is clarified by the 9 of Wands. So that explains to me that there's both of you, whoever this new person is, both of you have wounds. Let's see why the Empress is here. More information about it. The Empress and what you don't see coming is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and also the Five of Swords here, and what you don't see coming. So, that's interesting, isn't it? For a lot of you, there's a lot of pain attached to what could have been. The Five of Swords, for a lot of you, whoever you're disconnecting from really doesn't want to disconnect from you, is what I'm getting. There could be someone who's angry with you for moving in a different direction, and you see how your back is turned to them. This is you, Cancer, and you're in what you don't see coming. The Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and then your back is turned to this. This has to do with the past for a lot of you. You deciding to disconnect from something is really throwing someone through a loop, is what I'm getting. Very pissed. They could even be making plans to like do something to try to get your attention or something. So with that being said, you need to be aware of it, that someone here is so attached to your energy, and this is for the single Cancers, really. Yeah, there's something that still needs to be resolved here, and it keeps telling me that. So it's almost like before, it's like, yeah, very interesting energy, right? So, let's go ahead and clarify as well. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here in your advice? What is this new thing that you're moving towards? Let's see. Two more. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here in your advice? Okay, that card literally just popped out. I just got that quote. I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. Cardi B. The Ace of interesting. The Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Wands, the King of Swords, and also the Ten of Swords here. For a lot of you, if you're disconnecting from an air sign, if the person you're disconnecting from has Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini in their sun, moon, or rising sign, then there is something about it's not going to be pretty. It will never be pretty because the person still wants to be with you. So you're going to have to, your advice is if you want this new beginning, there's no more really, I'm just going to be honest with what I'm getting. You can't play nice with this person or else the energetic cord is always going to be there. I came into this reading looking at the spread. I was like, okay, we're focused on new love finally, because I keep telling you for the last months that we're done with this person. But it seems this week it's the final, like, if you try to play nice with someone, if you try to remain their friend, I don't think that's actually going to help you. There's something about like a brutal, cutting someone out that leads to a victory for you with this new person that someone could be very pissed off about. But sometimes that just comes with the territory when it comes to you going for your desires. I mean, for the longest time, I had a desire to manifest 100,000 YouTube subscribers. And when I cut people out of my life because that's my goal and they didn't believe in me or they didn't even validate it, and I was like, I don't care about you anymore. I'm doing this. Do you think it made them happy when I made it? No. So this is, but with you, this is love. For many of you, it could apply to your career in some way, but for many of you, this is someone you're moving on from is not going to be happy with you in love. And that's nothing to do with them. If you don't want to be with them, then really it has nothing to do with, camera just died. But I could, so in your challenge, right, you have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Page of Cups. There's a new love coming in for you here. There's a new love and a new commitment that's going to last around for a while. But what I'm getting from this is someone is still sending you this energy. Someone. So just be aware of that. So there's a lot going on here, Cancer. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it provided you clarity and insight. But I'll talk to you next time. It's the Autistic Mystic. Peace.